Well, there are a lot of farms in this region, and there's been great interest in local foods here and across the country. And so people throughout the country are looking for ways to recreate the infrastructure to support small and medium-sized farmers. We have seen this tremendous growth in outdoor farmers market, like the one, of course, ones you have here, and winter markets. And so we've figured out a way, an old way, to do direct farmer-to-consumer retail. Now we're starting to ask the next question, well, how about farmers who want to sell on a wholesale level? How can they get more product to restaurants, to grocery stores, to schools, to other institutions? And there's a realization that we need some more infrastructure to support that. So once again, we're looking back at the old ways, recreating these notions of facilities that can assist farmers make the connection with those buyers. Aggregation and distribution are part of the puzzle, and so we're looking to see if there are ways to increase the consistency of the product that is available from the region. Again, there are many people who want to buy local foods, and I think we have crossed a threshold in terms of people understanding the value of why you'd want to, both for the quality of the product and for the values of supporting your neighbor, making the product and supporting your local economy. But there's some challenges. Farming is a very risky business, and one cannot always assure supply. The concept is by aggregating product among multiple farms, one could smooth out the availability of product for those buyers who need to know in a very consistent way where their food is going to come from. A consumer going to a farmer's market will have multiple farmers to choose from, but at the end of the day, if they can't find a particular product, they have a fallback. They can go to the supermarket and get that product. Similarly, a restaurant has multiple places to buy their product, and what we want to do is make it so the local option is the best option, and at best is not just about price, it's also about availability and consistency. So again, the notion that the food hub, if aggregating multiple farmers' products, could help smooth out that supply. Another piece of the food hub idea is to support food manufacturing and food processing, small scale items that could be that could help spur business development. And manufacturing is an essential part of our economy, and the food sector is an important part of our economy. And by putting the two together, the idea is to encourage more food production, making innovative products, and replacing some products that are being imported now. So there's a definite business development, entrepreneurship development, and job opportunity that we're looking at as part of the food hub. So I've been brought in to do a feasibility study to help both help on the planning, the concept elements, but also really on the business side. The group has done great work so far, and in terms of moving the concept along, they've identified a potential building for the food hub, but there's not yet a business plan that we can point to and say that this thing can make money. The assumption has been that we'll have to raise some dollars to do the capital improvements. The building was last used for kitchens in the 1980s, so it's been a few decades since it's been used, and there's no equipment left for it. There's some really good bones, it seems, of the building, but there will be a significant capital investment. Beyond that, though, there is no stomach for ongoing subsidy for the project. And so my job is to look at all the different elements that could be a part of this and to figure out an implementation plan schedule, who's going to run it, and really what the income and expenses could be of operating the facility so we can get to a place where it can cash flow positively and therefore it can be a self-sustaining entity. What we're trying to assess is who different users might be, who might be willing to rent space. Again, we're looking for there's an economic piece of this. It's not meant to be a gift for everyone. That said, it's meant to help lower the barriers and lower the costs to do certain things, whether it's food production or storage or others. That building has 19 large walk-in boxes. I mean, it's rather amazing. People who walk through it say, "Wow, look at all this potential here." It had 3 very large kitchens. So we think that there is a lot of infrastructure there that could support food production. In particular, the different types of activities that could be part of the food hub. So someone who's interested in renting space to store produce or to store root vegetables over the winter. Someone who's looking for freezer space. Someone who has a startup business and looking to rent production space, or wants to move their facility to the city. We're also looking at retail options, expansion of the farmers market that's over there, and the winter market. So those who have interest in that area, would also like to have feedback. The economics of food hubs is not easy. So again, we need to try to put together a realistic model. I'm an incrementalist, so I think there's a logic to look at developing this in phases and to let it grow over time. It needs to be very entrepreneurial, and both those who use it need to be entrepreneurs and willing to make some investment and risk, and those who run it, I think, need to have that kind of attitude as well.